Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Prince of Tennis 2005 Crystal Drive. We're finally done with the National Doubles Tournament, and as you can see here, we have a bunch of singles tournaments that we can actually take on. The one we're going to take on today is actually the Open Cup singles. For this tournament, I'm actually going to end up using this guy here, because if I use him, I can actually unlock his twin brother. So we're going to go through this with him extremely quickly, because Open Cup singles, Open Cup singles, I could have swore we did an Open Cup before, but Open Cup singles basically means we're playing against shitty players. As you can see here, we're facing off against Anna, Tachibana Ann, the sister of the, actual tennis player. She's kind of shitty. I can't really show her stats because I don't record the bottom screen anymore because, it's kind of wasted information. But they're all either red or yellow. Yellow being, red being the lowest thing. So I guess numerically they're either 1 or 2 out of 5 or maybe 6. So none of these characters that I'm going to end up facing are actually really good. So we're actually going here to go through this pretty quickly, which is a relief given the sort of ordeal that I had to go through with the National Doubles Tournament. But yeah, that being said, I can go back to sort of my more casual, focused commentary. This is of course post again, just because once I did the National Doubles, I felt like I wasn't really doing anything. So I recorded a lot more that day, and since these were really quick, I just got them all done in one day. Where I'll give you a bit of a heads up, we're not going to do live commentary again until the next doubles tournament, which is not going to be 5 sets. I've already checked in advance. It's not 5 sets, so it's okay. We're not going to be doing live commentary until then, because the day that I recorded all of this was really loud, because I believe it was either New Year's, no, it was, I think, Christmas, or like sometime before Christmas, so it was just really loud, so there was no way that I could have gotten clean audio, so I didn't even bother. I guess I could go over Anne, but she doesn't really do much. She has a fucking drop shot, a Satoshiki drop shot for whatever reason, and she has this really weird serve. I wish I could remember what she does. She doesn't really do much though, because she falls into the category of characters that they kind of just have for the sake of just having them. They're kind of like there's some of them there that are worthwhile, like Ryoma's dad, and that's pretty much it. And everyone else is kind of just there, like Ryoma's mom they have there, I believe, and they Smith. Well, Smith is a coach. I don't think he's actually I think he's a player. Oh, I don't remember. But they're just a category of other characters that you can just play as. They just have for the sake of it. And also a couple of the sort of manga exclusive characters that we're gonna end up seeing later on. But yeah, Anne doesn't really have much. She has, that drop that we just saw a while ago. She has a service return. She has she has a service return and 2 baseline shots. Nothing really too crazy. I don't think we're gonna see any of them aside from maybe the service return. I think she might do against us. Not really too much. I don't remember all too well, but I remember her not being all too well. I do remember the next opponent that we're gonna face being a little bit tricky, just because her shots were actually a little bit like, are you kidding me? They were a bit questionable. To the point where I've kind of considered doing a tournament, or specifically like a mixed match tournament, where I use Anne and the next couple of characters just as a joke, because they're just so bad. So I figured it would be sort of the equivalent of the No Miss Challenge with Ryoma, just because these characters are so, weak compared to like everyone else. So I figured it would be an interesting take on that. There's the drive that she has, which, I shut down right away for my special. We already gone over this guy's specials, Kisihara. I don't remember which one. I believe that's his last name. So they're both Kizuhara, or maybe that's his first name? I don't know anymore. Too many Japanese names for me to keep track of. And you can see just by me going into super mode and that little increase in ball speed and power is enough to ace her twice in a row. So that's a lot. And I also got a bit annoyed while playing this because she actually scored a couple of points against me. And I kind of figured this would be the kind of thing where I'd finish in like 5 minutes and just blow through it extremely quickly. But a lot of really dumb things happened and I was just like, are you kidding me? That wasn't an easy win, but that's just me being cocky. The thing I wanted to talk about today was food, because I usually try to spend these episodes, Princess Tennis episodes, either talking about tennis or in general, you know, fitness, well-being. Today we'll talk about the latter, because what I've done is I'm trying to get into shape again. I was somewhat in good shape before, and then I wouldn't say the holidays, but way longer than that, just in general fall, like all of fall and some of winter, I just kind of didn't really care. I just got stuck working and just doing a bunch of other shit, recording, for example, like all these other things, and I just didn't really have time to focus on fitness, aside from fitness, fitting this sandwich in my mouth or anything like that. So what I've tried to do is, you know, new year, new me, try to get into shape. We talked over last night, like the bet that I made with my friend. Fortunately, I decided to bail out on the bet for the most lame reason being that he basically, to put it one way, he's just saying basically he's paying more rent now, so he didn't want to sort of risk not being able to pay out the bet, which is kind of dumb, because it wouldn't have been that serious. Like, if it would have actually gone to it where I would have lost it, or no, I would have won and he would have had to, you know, buy the ticket, because the original bet was we were gonna race to see which one was to get to 160 by August or July. I think it was, yeah, July. If it got to that, I would have just not buy my ticket, just because it's a bit of a financial burden. But kind of bailed out on it. I was kind of like, whatever. And I'm just kind of lazy in general, just because like the thought of it kind of amped me up to start working out, and I was starting to get that into motion. But then after he says that, I'm just kind of like, okay. So I spent a week getting ready for it, and then I got lazy because that's what I do. And then now I'm just back on it again. Like today was sort of my first official day, quote unquote, even though all I really did was like just stretch, do some jumping jacks, just sort of like get moving, because I spent the last 3 days, I haven't showered. I spent the last 3 days recording and uploading stuff, uploading and editing stuff, and also working on this side project. So I've done nothing physical this entire weekend, which is gross. And tomorrow I'm supposed to force myself to wake up at 5 in the morning and work out, which is gonna suck. But what I have done is I did manage to make some food, because that's always what I'm trying to do now, is I'm trying to do this piece by piece. So, you know, I'll get the food ready, and then I'll get that into a habit, then I'll start, you know, the working out, and like, you know, and then also, you know, cutting stuff out. I'll start that out first, you know, I do things in steps, because if you try to do everything all at once, you're just gonna end up failing, honestly. If you expect too much of yourself, or if you just set yourself up for failure basically by doing a bunch of shit at once, or at the same time trying to do such a drastic change, I accidentally hit my mic because again I talk with my hands, you're gonna end up setting yourself up for failure. So that's what I've been slowly kind of doing. I've been trying to figure out the food, because that's sort of the more difficult one. So today I've prepared food. I'm trying to eat I usually eat about 4 meals. Only 3 of them are actual meals, 2 of them, or no, I try to eat 5 meals. 2 of them are just snacks. So I try to do the whole 6 meals a day, or no, not 6, 5 meals a day kind of thing. Try to do that, because I feel like that's always worked for me. Whereas, you know, eating fewer times during the day doesn't really work for me. I'm also trying to combine that with intermittent fasting, which is basically you eat between a certain period and you don't eat between those periods. So I'm trying to do that as well, just mainly to cut out me eating late at night, which is a big issue. So like I tend to snack on shit a lot. So I've been trying to like work on that. So probably gonna have to. I'll talk about it a little bit in the next episode, because unfortunately we're gonna go ahead we're gonna end up finishing this game up right there. Oh, it feels so good to not have to cut to an hour later when I actually beat the game. But yeah, we took down Tachibana Ann in the first round of the Open Cup singles. Not really much to say there. Typically, I try to use as many specials as my opponent. I actually did one less. But I'm probably just going to end up blasting through this as easily as possible. So, stay tuned for that. Stay fresh.